Welcome to Rasslin with Racism, where we wrestle with racism every single day of our lives. If you are an American Negro and you are not subscribed to Rasslin with Racism, check out the other content. And if it hits you to the core, subscribe and share with every single American Negro that you know, whether they are wrestling fans or not. And go into the playlist and check out the message to the grassroots as we prepare for the new project 2025. When you are frightened and confused, which way will you choose? And all of that will be laid out when I make my very first speech, America Prevents, which will be announced at a later date. Also, be sure to check out the Importance of Delineation series, as it explains the importance of delineation and the dangers of not delineating. That is also in the playlist. Also, Wrestling with Racism is now on TikTok, Instagram, Fanbase, and of course, Non Crackers at AL on Twitter X. So make sure y'all go check all of that out. You must be an American Negro. I'm not accepting any whites and tethers. Other people will do that at discretions. In the meantime, we did a program last night, and we had a lot of technical difficulties, so it cannot be recorded. So we got to start over. And since this is at the last minute, we have half of the co-hosts right now, and then the other ones will jump in whenever they're available, but they will be coming up soon. But the one that I have right now is the Beard Man. What's up? Okay, I just did I did a whole introduction and I passed it to you.
What's going on, bro?
There we go. All right, I don't say
Yeah,
what's up to me.
Mrs.
Talk to the people.
The missus called right when you said that. I said, let me call you back. Click.
Okay, well, just talk
Yeah.
to the people now. Time to-
Yeah, man. We had a couple of difficulties yesterday. We were cooking.
this
Sorry that you
motherfucker
wasn't
didn't
there.
come up here and say what's up to the people or nothing. He just get in here and just say
Getting
the
right to
same shit
business.
that
I
I
mean,
just
they,
said. Like,
they know what time it is. What's going on, Barry? I see you. But yeah, man. Yeah, we were cooking last night, but it ain't nothing. We get better with repetition. You feel me? So ain't nothing to do this over. You
repetition,
feel me?
my ass. I don't want to talk about that shit again. I got it out the way last night. You
But
know what
did
I'm
you
saying? But
really talk about it?
unfortunately,
You
it
was
is
barely
some
conscious.
important information that need to be put out. Also, speaking of important information, I just did a video of Kurt Angle because Kurt Angle got an issue
Hmm.
with being called a drug addict, and I kind of dug through his past right quick. And I didn't just dig through his past. I dug through his family past, and they are
Hmm.
fucking horrendous people. They drug dealers, they drug addicts, they're sex addicts, they are murderers, and they
Hmm.
are all protected under a system of white supremacy via anti-blackness, as only one of them is in prison for murder, and they are due to get out within a year or two after doing just a couple of years. You know what I'm saying? So uh I put that
I'm
up in the
not
jumbotron.
shocked.
Huh?
I said I'm not shocked.
Oh, I thought you said you were shocked. I'm like, how in the hell is
Nah,
you? Uh,
absolutely not shocked. I mean, most of the stuff, with maybe the exception of murder, he's pretty much had in his gimmick.
well, I mean, he beat Rocket Kyle. Remember
Right.
her from what the fuck was that? TNA.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he offered her a place to stay for a little bit till she got on her feet and stuff. And because she wouldn't fuck him, he felt like he could put his hands on her. You know what I'm saying? And down there sexually assault her. I don't know if he actually did or not. I just know that
I remember that Rockacon. Yeah.
I got this is all in the video. It's all
Yeah, I
in the
got to check
video.
that
So
out.
y'all make sure y'all check that out. Also, I did a nice we did a nice tribute to the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. last week. But
Yes.
I put together a collage of the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King, who primarily fought for civil rights. And although I appreciate his efforts, I do question whether he fought for the right things. There's no disrespect to him in his fight whatsoever. I mean, he died for it. But I put together something that make you think about what he should have been fighting for. But I also do have to note that would he be able to fight for what he should have been fighting for and got the press if he had actually attempted to fight for that. You know what I'm saying? America prevents.
Yep.
And it's probably a lot of American Negroes that we'll never know that fought off rip for exactly what we need, you know.
Hmm. Yeah.
Um Barry, I'm gonna get to you in 1 second. We're about to get started with the program. Um Catch us up, just kind of do a quick pinpoints of what we are going to talk about, and that'll refresh my memory.
All right, we're gonna get into a couple of things on the AEW side, not too much. In case you haven't noticed, we do have some new TNA Tag Team Champions, the Hurt Syndicate.
AEW Tag Team Champions.
Yes, my bad. AEW Tag Team Champions, the Hurt Syndicate. Uh, Shelton Benjamin and the bad guy from Resident Evil are now the AEW Tag Team Champions, knocking
Shelton
off
Benjamin
Private
and the
Party.
dead fucking Hispanic Bobby Lashley is WWE Tag Team Champions, and this is one of Bobby Lashley's last little successes before he ultimately passed away. Um,
There
but
you
we're
go.
gonna get on him because he talked about he wanted to erase blackness, and that's exactly what he's doing in AEW, and it is showing on TV, and I'm gonna discuss that further in a minute. But they beat Private Party. Nobody could tell me nothing about their tag team title reign, not even them. What's next?
All right.
Bobby Lashley dead.
Also, yep, may he rest in shit.
He ain't got
Um,
arrested shit. He ain't got arrested not a goddamn thing. Get your ass in that goddamn hell and work. Go dig some more motherfucking tunnels for the fire to fucking go through or whatever. Fucking Hispanic bitch.
there you go. Um, what else did we tell? There's pretty much nothing. That's it as far as you know.
I don't think that's it as far as AEW go.
No,
Um,
no, no. I'm just talking about the tag team championships.
oh yeah,
There was
I'm
some other
start
things.
moving on from there. What's next?
I mean, we could move straight to Raw. That's really my
Oh man, I need you
expertise.
to line up what we talked about last night so I could, so we could get bullet points
We
so
were
I could.
stuck on that. Mike and owner was stuck on AEW for a good minute. You know, those are the experts. Um, pull up the card real quick.
All right, so
Also,
I'll tell you what. This how we can do
well,
this. Let's talk about AEW. I'll just freelance it. We'll just roll it the way it is, and just when they join in, and they'll join in, and all that other different shit. I don't
okay.
listen. At Private Party won the tag team titles. When did they win them tag team titles?
Private Party won them, I believe, October 30th, right?
Some shit like that. So the
Yeah.
Young Bucks, when they was tag team champions, they was main eventing dynamites. They was main eventing pay per views. They had
Yes.
Sting's last official match.
Yes.
Yeah, this last official match. I just heard Sting say that he was retiring from fucking going to goddamn conventions and doing autograph signings and all this other different shit. He retiring from that shit, meaning that he definitely not bringing this old white supremacist racist ass back to the ring anymore, right? And before anybody
Go.
sit up here and ask me, oh, how can you say Sting is racist? Ask yourself how many American Negroes did he put over? How many American Negroes did he at least try to bring to the spotlight? So when you do
He
that,
didn't want to work with Booker T.
I'm sorry.
I said he did not want to work with Booker T. He
Uh,
was on the opposite side of that Booker T situation with
uh,
I can't think of his name, the dude that was booking over there. Oh my god.
Evan Sullivan,
No, not Kevin Sullivan, the dude that left WWF and then went to WCW.
Terry Taylor,
Cornette hates him.
Vince Russo.
Vince Russo.
Okay.
He was not. I know for a fact that Sting was not on the side of Vince Russo for booking Booker T.
Well, that's the thing is a lot of people was against that. A lot of people was against
Yeah,
Booker T, and a lot of people was against the American Negroes, and Sting is one of them. And even in TNA, even in AEW, when you had an opportunity to put over a person like Swerve, you didn't
Yep.
do it.
Yep.
Fuxling and his retirement and all the other different shit, but that's neither here nor there. The point is the Young Bucks. Um, the Young Bucks, main evented and beat Sting or face Sting on his last match or whatever the fucking situation was. And then you get to the private party who been with AEW since the beginning, and they never did shit with them. And me always questioning, where's private party? Why aren't y'all doing nothing with private party? All of a sudden, out the blue, they win the tag team championship. What do they do with that's the tag team champions? Can you tell me anything that they have done as tag team champions?
They went on the New York subway and took a picture.
Yeah, they did that. I remember that. I got on their ass
That's
because
it.
I was like, "Where y'all going? Y'all
Yeah,
can't
that's it.
afford." Okay, okay,
That's
cool.
it. Yeah. They
All
weren't
right,
taking a
so
trip to Connecticut. They
white folk
just,
made it a point to tell me multiple times, "Shut the fuck up," and they probably didn't say it. A couple of them did say it on their computer screen, but "Shut the fuck up, nigger," and accept the fact that the Private Party are the AEW Tag Team Champions. That proves that Tony Khan isn't a racist. And I asked you, and I asked multiple people, tell me anything about their tag team title reign. Who are they feuding with? Have they had any matches on pay-per-views? What are they doing? Nobody got nothing. So again, winning the championship doesn't mean anything. That's not any type of proof that Tony Khan isn't racist or none of that shit. As a matter of fact, it helps prove that he is because it's pandering. He's doing it under pressure, and nothing was sincere. That's why they want it out of the blue. Remember, this is around the same time that the talks was coming around about Triple H being a white supremacist. And this is the same month. You said October 31st. This is the same month as Bad Blood when he was asked the question, why aren't American Negro, I'm sorry, excuse me, why aren't black people, males specifically, wrestling on these PLEs? And Triple H looked in that camera and said, I don't see color, I only see talent. Meaning that he's saying that American Negroes don't have talent because he doubled and tripled down on that since the Bad Blood pay-per-views. How many American Negroes wrestled on the
Saturday night main event. None.
none? And only Bianca Belair and Naomi are the only American Negroes that wrestled on Survivor Series. Again, no no Negro males. The New Day, they floundering around with them, and we're gonna talk about the New Day
Oh
later.
my
But they
fucking
flounder. We're gonna talk
God.
about them later. But they floundering
Okay.
around with them, and they ain't doing a goddamn thing. But white folk could sit up here and tell me that they are. And also, the WWE Saturday night's main event is coming up this year. Not a single American Negro male wrestled on there. And Netflix, Raw has been on Netflix for the past 3 weeks, and not a single American Negro male wrestled on the Netflix since it premiered. Triple H meant what he said when he doesn't see color. Triple H meant what he said that he doesn't want to see color. So we're gonna talk about Triple H's exit soon. Um, but you got it.
Yeah, I mean, a couple of weeks ago, maybe 2 or 3 months ago, not even 2 or 3, maybe like 8 weeks ago, you said, and I quote, Triple H is going to get exposed once he goes to Netflix. Pray tell, we are seeing that right now. Because there's a stark contrast between their first show, their second show, and this third show. I'm starting to see the inconsistencies and the weakness in his booking. For example, where did this Jacob Fatu and Braun Strowman match come from? If you are not aware, that's in the card for Saturday night main event, which is tomorrow.
I want to bring up a couple of points about that. The
Okay.
WWE Saturday. I'm sorry, the Jacob Fatu thing, because I know last night we talked about it, and this is where we talk about white supremacy and American Negroes. The Carmelo Hayes, and like I said, Triple H is playing in our face. He already know. how American Negroes feel about a lot of things. And before WWE Saturday Night's main event, they had Braun Strowman squash Carmelo Hayes, and nothing came out of that. Just make Carmelo Hayes look bad, and haven't done
Yeah,
shit with him since.
yeah.
And then, uh, so Carmelo Hayes, Jacob Fatu and them beat down somebody last week, and Carmelo Hayes was kind of hyping him up. I don't remember if he joined in or not.
Hmm.
Then they ended up whooping his ass. But
Ripped his
LA
head
Knight,
off.
old crusty, dusty, white ass, come out the blue and just start whooping their ass like he's Stone Cold Steve Austin,
Yeah,
whooping the goddamn head shrinkers or some shit. And then, and then, Braun Strowman come out. Braun Strowman didn't come out because he had to pull LA Knight. He had to pull them off of LA Knight. He came out to destroy them even further. But the American Negro is the one come out looking the worst. Like you so accepting of these people, and that was a message too. Why everybody want to sit up here and associate themselves with Samoans and call themselves Samo niggas. These motherfuckers will look at your ass and throw you in the fucking trash if they don't need you, and they don't need Carmelo Hayes. What the hell do Samoans need with an American Negro when they got the numbers? Solo Sokoa walked away from them, and they still got the numbers. They don't need no American Negroes. I better start paying attention to this shit. Stop getting
yeah.
so caught up in your fandom that you don't see the shit that's really going on in this motherfucker. They playing in your face. And it's not for you. It's your children that's sitting up here watching. American Negroes be inferior to every other ethnic group in the world. Now, a lot of you people, like Pecker Tom Ryan, don't have children, don't have the ability to have them because whatever reasons you fucking got. But still, think of the other children that surrounded them. They're watching white supremacy. These are images that are going through their face that American Negroes are weaker than everyone else in the world. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
Uh, Barry, you want to come up right quick if you ready. Um, so what do you think? I don't know if we talked about this last night or not. You ready? What, what's going on?
What's going on, beloved?
What's going on, man? Now, no disrespect to this, right? Now, I know the whole Bobby Lashley thing. He said something about the erased blackness thing. I mean, that's you guys' thing. I didn't take it that way. I mean, but the thing is, though, we got to treat the same energy with Jade Cargill, too. I mean, y'all say, I know some of y'all don't like that, but she's Jamaican. We go delinate. She got to be treated with the same energy, you know?
See, man, that's the
Yeah,
thing, Barry. I was gonna hold off for all this. I give every tether the same energy. I give every tether. I give all of them the same energy. I give any other melanated person the same energy that I give a white until proven otherwise. Sidney Poitier is not an
Yeah,
American Negro, but he earned his stripes with us. You know what I'm saying? These new, I'm just more so these new tethers. And Jay Cargill is a new tether. And the thing that I'll be trying to tell you is you be acting like I be switching up, and I don't. I never said nothing different about Jay Cargill. She don't need to be there. She don't need to be latched on to Bianca Belair whatsoever.
right,
And
right.
I'd even go as far as to say that the bitch need to be deported. You know, so if I mention her, you can't say that I'm switching up or
Right.
nothing. I give every tether the exact same energy.
Right. Right. I hear you. Nah, I'm just
Every
saying, you know.
single one.
Right. Right.
But
I hear
you
you.
know, for
I hear you.
programming sake though, we can't act like she don't exist. You know what I'm saying? It's not
I
the
hear you.
fact that I want.
Same with Bobby last.
Well, you know, Bobby
Right. I hear what
Lashley
you're saying.
came out and just outright just disrespected us. You know what I'm saying? So he gonna get that energy for sure. You know what I'm saying? It's the difference between deportation and death. You know. But if Jade was to come out and say some bullshit one day, then she could face the same penalty. You know what I'm saying? Either way it go, I hope she, didn't Donald Trump get rid of them birthrights? She'll be the first to go. Her parents are straight from Jamaica.
So wait a minute. Her parents are just straight. Her parents are straight Jamaican.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they was born and raised in Jamaica.
That's interesting
I
because
believe she was
she
born in Florida,
puts.
but that's what she say.
Okay.
You know, she was probably born in Jamaica too.
Okay. Okay. Because she puts two flags in her profile, and that always made me look at her funny style. Like, last I checked, you have Jamaican parents, so you have a lineage of being a Jamaican.
But the
What?
thing is, she mentioned it on Twitter. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? But she not proudly saying it on TV like Penta could come out and say how fucking proud he is in Mexico and all that shit. You know, Crime Time not gonna tell you that they was Caribbeans, but they gonna sit up
Joe
here.
didn't.
Hey, they didn't. I found out just a few days ago.
I
You-
thought there was some regular niggas from Brooklyn.
Well, that's
Then
what
I
they
thought
gonna
there was some
portray.
Haitians from Brooklyn.
They gonna play us on TV, but then they gonna talk that shit behind our back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. And then come to find out, JTG don't even sound like that. All that, he don't even sound like
Well, motherfuckers is some damn tethers. And so Pecker Tom Ron out here floating around that shit that I said about Shad Gaspard, and it's true, motherfucker. If you hadn't laid down with that white woman and had a white child, then you wouldn't have to save that white child and be fucking dead. So, somehow they still got
But
your ass.
I didn't mean to get off track. I didn't mean to get off track.
Yeah,
But
my
what were
bad.
you talking about? You guys talking about?
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead. What was you
Were
saying?
you guys? No, I'm saying like, I've noticed that they've hardly been any black acts on that run.
Oh, they haven't been none at all. All they've been showing was the New Day backstage.
that. Yeah.
Kofi Kingston had a match with Rey Mysterio the other day. The Battle of the Legends is whatever the fuck they want to call it.
Nah, it was one. It was half a legend up in there. Rey Mysterio botched all over that match. It was the worst match I've ever seen from both of them.
Rey Mysterio is Rey Mysterio. Don't sit up there and take all one night of a botch. That's because fucking Kofi Kingston ain't wrestled in goddamn 2 months and he had ring rust and shit.
100%.
And speaking of that shit, this motherfucker, he's showing his tether ass right now. Where the fuck is his mustache? He cut that motherfucker clean on off, didn't he?
I'm telling
Yeah,
you, when
yeah.
he cut that
I noticed that.
mustache off for the first episode, and him and Xavier Woods was sitting in that corner with the metal teacups, I was saying, if that man opens up that jacket and say, "I got the watches, I got the chains, I got whatever you need, Sakata," that that's all that was missing. He looks like the prototypical black immigrant sitting in New York trying to sell us some bullshit. Like he doubled down on that shit.
So Barry, those were the only ones featured on Raw. Not them. And what's crazy is the fact that, and we're gonna talk about this too, because I know we talked about this last night. But they got all these crossovers coming from Raw to SmackDown and shit. And Bianca Belair and Naomi haven't crossed over to Raw, despite them being especially Bianca Belair, supposedly being the black face of everything. They still haven't been featured on Raw. Um, but they got everybody else crossing over, including Nia Jax. You know, so
Yeah. Uh, They built Nia Jax on Monday Night Raw like a beast. She kicked off the show by beating the shit out of Rhea Ripley.
Well, that's
Then
what
she
she's
cut a
supposed to do. She a
yeah, that's
big
what she's
bitch,
supposed to
and
do.
she's supposed to be
Yeah, that's
whooping
what
people ass.
I'm not against it. As a matter of fact, to me, she was the highlight of the goddamn show. The way she finished Bailey off, she beats Bailey's ass. She hit her with a 3-move combo like Roman usually does, and then 1, 2, 3. She beat Bailey's ass. And then here comes Rhea Ripley. Let me give you a title shot for a Saturday night's main event. You're on the card. Just like that. 3
Just
segments.
like that, and it's
Kick.
crazy because all these white folk, the Motor City Machine Guns could come in and get tagged. I mean, come out of nowhere. These motherfuckers ain't never been in the WWE, and come out of nowhere and win the WWE Tag Team Championships. Little white motherfuckers, Thomas Tompkins and all
Yeah.
that shit could come out of nowhere again and win the WWE Tag Team Championship. And um all these other people could come up and get title shots. Where did Eric Thorpe come from, and where did Ethan Page and all these other white motherfuckers could come up, and Jeff Jarrett could come out the blue and challenge for the AEW title, and Edge could come out the blue and challenge for the the AEW title, and all these other motherfuckers could come out the blue and challenge for all these titles, but American Negroes can't. And then you got people they'll throw Naomi a women's title match. Naomi had 3 women's title matches last year and lost. What the fuck am I caring about? And mind you, those matches is just throwaway matches just to get through the fucking week. You know what I'm saying? There's no genuality behind this shit. And that's because there is no American Negro writers. There's no American Negro producers. There aren't any American Negro scouts. So they not even letting these people come through the door. They got these chosen Negroes that's gonna sit up here and not say nothing about the shit. They just happy to get whatever little paycheck they get. Now, Barry, you said that American Negroes were missing on Raw. There's a couple of American Negroes missing on SmackDown too. Do you recall the last time you seen the Street Profits? Barry, if you're available. Um,
Like I said, I don't watch it, but what I heard is they're not even around no more. That's what I. Is that correct?
I didn't hear as far as like them not being around the company. I haven't heard no recent.
No, I'm saying they say they haven't been on
Oh
TV.
no,
They
no,
haven't been
they
on
haven't been
TV.
on TV in a couple of months. It's been about two. It's been close to 2 months.
But they're saying one of them is injured and hurt. But you gotta wonder.
See, I
You
haven't
gotta
even heard
wonder.
an injury report. I haven't even heard an injury report, and
Injury report.
I haven't heard an injury report. So if one of them,
Yeah, I just saw an article just Googling, one of them are injured. Now it's reported 3 weeks ago.
who, and what is the injury, and what's the source?
Newsweek, which is a little shady. Let me see.
How the fuck Newsweek got it and
That might
nobody
be.
else
That
got
might
it?
be.
So that
That
sounds like
might be.
some
That's
bullshit.
That might be misinformation.
yeah. I think that's
That
some
might
bullshit.
be misinformation. It
Yeah.
might be misinformation.
No, it's
It
a
might be
work.
misinformation.
It's a work. It's a work because Nick Aldis made a post about it.
All right, so
Uh, Report. It's a re-aggravated previous injuries. That's a work. So they're sidelined.
okay, so they don't have shit for them. They don't want to break them up, and if they do break them up, they not gonna do nothing with them individually. And we talked about this in detail last night. And I don't think that it'll have the same effect as tonight, especially with the other fellas not here. So we're going to talk about what they could do with the street profits on the individual basis on another episode, or unless owner and Mike can get up here, because we got into great detail about that, and they had some great points as well. And I'm not going to sit up here and make their points for them. Um,
Well,
But what was next?
Next on the list, of course, we had the basically a copy and paste promo between Jey Uso and Gunther, which kicked off the show after the brawl between Rhea Ripley and Nia Jax. Same shit. Luther dropping some. Excuse me, Gunther dropping some damn gems on
Do white
Jey
folk
Uso.
name their kids Luther anymore?
I don't think so. No, I think it
Didn't that
was
shit
that.
go out in like the 40s or some shit for them?
I would say that shit went out after the philosopher times.
Actually, do our people call out what it is? We
we
any more? You got any Luthers down there? Luther
no,
the third.
no.
I
We got
know
Luther
somebody that's like
Vandross on
12
our
named
side, and that's
Florence.
it.
Like, she was named after her great grandma. Like, now why you do that to that little ass girl, man? That's fucked up. She got to live with that shit for the rest of her life in this
Florence.
modern ass time.
Yeah, they gonna roast her ass. Yeah.
What? Not Florence though. Uh, um, y'all got to be careful with your naming your kids, man. Um, so what the hell was we talking about?
Jey Uso, Gunther, copy and paste promo.
Okay, so they gonna keep doing that, and that's all Gunther promos is gonna be is copy and paste.
Yeah.
He don't have nothing to be. That's why Vince McMahon like entertainers and shit. Because how you gonna be the same? Don't nobody want to see that shit a year from now. We already seen the same shit from you 4 years, and it's just dry. You know what I'm saying?
How your intercontinental reign better than your world championship reign?
Because he had a great intercontinental reign that should have been a world championship reign.
Perfect answer.
We done seen it all from this motherfucker. We seen it all in NXT. He not doing shit no different from NXT to the WWE. His shit is easy to do. Triple H, you think you winning with that shit? His shit is easy. All you got to do is just belittle your opponent verbally every goddamn night, and then have a fucking chopping battle and a motherfucking German suplex battle every fucking night with a awkward
Yeah,
ass shaped body, look like a fucking spider.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. But
oh, he
here's the
look
thing,
like a
though.
big ass spider.
I I'm not against them putting someone like Gunther over. So now that you got this person here who looks like a
Why when we got
deflated
Obafemi that's
basketball,
about to come out of here and be that same big ass that hurts a motherfucker like Obafemi, who
there
could be
you
the
go.
same big ass imposing motherfucker, but people so goddamn tired of that shit, they not gonna want to see Obafemi do that shit in the world title capacity. I mean, this shit is fucking boring. What he doing at this point?
Yeah,
I mean, how many times can we see the same fucking German suplex and motherfucking chops? That's all the fuck he do.
in
And
a
they think
clothesline.
that this motherfucker look intimidating. I would kick his motherfucking ass. He don't look. Do that look like a white man that's intimidating to you?
No, I'll tell that nigga to get out of my way.
I mean, Barry, do that look like a white man that's in it because he got a strong ass chin? A strong looking chin, I should say. You probably check that motherfucker and they all come down. I mean, I'm trying to figure out what's the real appeal. And, his accent. I think people get caught up on these accents. And that's what the Honorable Elijah Muhammad was telling y'all motherfuckers. Y'all white folk, except all these other people around the world, they infatuated with their nature. You know what I'm saying? They infatuated with their nature. They love these accents and think that people act like this and all that other different shit. So when they portray that shit on TV, that shit is attractive to them. And as a result, all these motherfuckers come over here acting as y'all. And while y'all motherfuckers just shrinking and disappearing, There is gonna be no new natural whites. Keep on accepting them fucking Gunthers and shit like that. Y'all keep on doing that shit. But let these motherfuckers in your household and have your motherfucker. Keep letting these motherfuckers have y'all motherfucking children. Damn, why I had to go there?
Didn't they have like a whole delineation episode of Saturday Night Main Event with
Yeah.
Drew
Oh,
McIntyre?
yeah.
Uh,
Look, and then
with
look. Then they gonna hit that shit with me, and I had to call on y'all like, hold on. So y'all call me racist for saying that fucking Jade Cargill is a motherfucking Jamaican and motherfucking Obafemi is a motherfucking Nigerian and motherfucking Bobby Lashley is a goddamn Hispanic, a dead Hispanic. And but y'all could say, oh, Drew McIntyre's from Scotland and Jay Uso's from the Isle of Samoa and all these other motherfuckers. Now y'all want to delineate. No. Well, these motherfuckers still come over here and portray themselves as white. And they still come over here and benefit from off of whiteness. So, you know, y'all only delineate when they get in trouble. Drew McIntyre tired, stuck his motherfucking wife with a goddamn uh, knife and sword and shit. Oh, he got CTE, but he from Scotland. But that CTE got his ass though. He's still making excuses for this motherfucker though. You know what I'm saying? Remember when
yeah.
he bumped his head on that one episode of Raw? I bet you that's when he got it. They gonna make them fucking excuses like a motherfucker. And that's what I was saying about the Kurt Angle video. Let this motherfucker family be like that. They would crucify the fuck out of them. Whatever family it is. Matter of fact, they crucifying your family right now and they don't even know y'all. Just for the fact that you on this program talking to me, oh, you got to be one of them niggers that didn't have home training or whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? Do they even still say that today? Let's go with let's finish because we did hop off of AEW, and I want to talk about Swerve. Um, you know where you go. What do you believe? Not you. Not where you would go. What do you believe the AEW is going to go with Swerve for the rest of the year?
Oh, he's gonna be there. He's gonna be like a black card for AEW. What do you mean we racist? We have Swerve Strickland, one of the best wrestlers in the world.
Oh, so what you saying? They gonna put the world title back on him?
No, they're just gonna say we got him. He ain't
Oh,
going nowhere. He's been working.
because him
He
having that title was enough for a lifetime, right?
yeah.
Matter of
They
fact,
they
they don't
don't
have to put another title on a nigger for another 60 years, right?
exactly.
Ah, white folk will always go back to point to Swerve Strickland as having the title. So you want to get a little specific on what they might do? What you think he might get in there and mix it up with Kenny Omega and shit, or he gonna have these battles with Okada? What are they gonna do with this Blackheart?
Well, first of all, they're gonna let him go against every so-called melanated talent on the roster. They did it
Well, he
last week with
fucking did that. He done.
yeah,
His career
yeah,
might as
he's with
well be
AR.
fucking over if you saying that shit. Who the
Yeah,
hell haven't he faced?
he's facing AR. He faced excuse me AR Fox.
What the fuck was that shit about? So let me get let's try to put this in perspective right quick, okay?
Yeah.
You know, first of all, they team Swerve Strickland up with Keith Lee for no reason. All right? Just because they just so happen to come in right around the same time. Will Washington would tell you that they teamed up 7 times on the Indies. Whoop you fucking do, right? That's what I said. So, that gives them the right to come on TV 7 years later and fucking team up, right? Like anybody's supposed to give a shit about that. So they team up. They don't do shit the whole time that they teaming up, right? And guess what happened? Out the blue, they won the tag team titles, right?
Yep.
That's what happened after that. They lose the tag team titles. They lost it to the Acclaim, which both of them are mixed with white, right?
Mm-hmm.
You could tell by Max Caster Blackness and his likeness and shit and his hair and all that shit. But don't let Anthony Bowen's faggot ass skin tone fool you. He is mixed with white. Go type in his mother on YouTube. I mean on Twitter and shit. You know what I'm saying? She white.
Mm-hmm.
So he's white. But they won the tag team titles, right? And then out the blue, they break up Keith Lee and Swerve. Well, they've been teasing that, for a little bit, but they break them up, right? Right after they win the tag team titles. And lose the tag team titles. Then they can't figure out how to do this feud, so they never have a fucking match. And they put all these people around Swerve, these two white Brock Lesnar looking ass motherfuckers. Um, and they gave him Nana out the blue. You know what I'm saying? Then they put these other two fucking tethers behind him when that shit didn't work. And then AR Fox joined the fray. Okay? Why? Nobody knows. You know what I'm saying? Why was these people behind them? Like, no, I mean, it's like they was just trying different shit with Swerve and nothing was working. And this is what I was saying. AR Fox and Swerve was supposed to wrestle Sting and Darby Allin at All In. And then somehow it turned to AR Fox. They turned on AR Fox. It was just stupid. For no reason, he turned on AR Fox. And it robbed AR Fox, who is mixed with white as well. Oh, yeah. All this shit coming out, if y'all don't know. AR Fox is mixed with white as well. It made it to where he couldn't wrestle at All In. It robbed his opportunity of wrestling at All In. And mind you, AR Fox has always been a spectacular. AR Fox is like as crisp as Too Cold Scorpio. That's the
Yep.
only person I'll compare to him. I never seen botch or none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? And everything just seemed to make sense, and it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? But Swerve Strickland remained the only American Negro to ever wrestle at All In. And Forbidden Door. Um, so you're right. They are going to continue to use Swerve Strickland as that black hurt. Actually, no, they're going to use Sheldon Benjamin now, which is good, I guess. Um, but I do need you to answer the question though. Like, Will Ospreay, Kenny Omega, that circle. You think they're gonna put him up within that circle? I mean, that's what could make him the main eventer again, right?
Yeah, but they haven't. They got him feuding with Hangman Adam Page on and off, and it's gonna happen again. And now he's feuding with Ricochet, which I don't understand what they try to do with Ricochet. Now Ricochet is a heel. Ricochet told Prince Nana 2 days ago that this may be Swerve's house, but there's a new landlord in town and rent is due.
Oh man,
I just don't believe it.
that's a good line. It just
Yeah.
determine who it came from.
Yeah,
You know,
you feel me? Like,
some people just not meant to talk. And see that y'all got a fucking manager behind Swerve, and Swerve can't talk either. But he still talk. Everybody liked the way Swerve talk. It's just off to me. I'm just saying. But you know, get him a manager. Samantha should be doing all the talking and shit. And then you just say the little dumb shit after that or some shit. But get him a fucking manager or some shit. But stop trying to make this guy bigger than he's not because it's a reason. The WWE is an entertainment driven company, right? And they
right?
never tried to characterize Ricochet. So why the hell you think you about to do it and this about to work? You know what I'm saying? You can't characterize your mama. And you sitting up here trying to characterize Ricochet. If the WWE didn't do it, why the hell you doing it? It's the reason that they didn't do it. But this bitch so goddamn ungrateful. He didn't even know that they still got this motherfucker working, and he did. He one of the ones that got away with still being able to work and not being a sucker ass motherfucker, a characterized motherfucker. So
Mm,
I
mm,
don't know.
mm.
That's what make me not want to see a Ricochet match. Your storylines. If you just had to shut it the fuck up and do what you do, have your little promo here and there, then I would be satisfied. You know, but people not buying you as a
Man,
heel. They
yeah,
just want to
no.
throw toilet paper at
Get out of here, you little shit stain. It's funny,
you. We're gonna
my
see. I
first
mean,
impression.
if he really into this shit, this is his opportunity to show what he got. So it's not good right now. But
No.
the key is this. White supremacy. If an American Negro failed at what Ricochet is doing right now, he wouldn't be heard from again. Ricochet is given the opportunity to do this over and over and over and over again. You know what I'm saying? Just want to keep
Yep.
pointing out the hypocrisy, the opportunities that these people get, like Tessa Blanchard. You know, Tessa Blanchard is not canceled for the racist shit that she said and did. Tessa Blanchard is canceled for being a bitch in the locker room to white folk. More people is, you know, it's this cat that I'm talking to right now that I told to come up here. Uh, but they refuse. You want to do all these paragraphs and all this other different shit, and I can answer your questions with no fucking problem. You want me to talk about black on black crime and all this other different shit, sure. But I'm not about to, type this shit out all in front of white folk. Hold on 1 second. Let me get this motherfucker back up here. Uh, what you call it? But when it's time to confront the man, you know what I'm saying? Have this conversation with the man. You ain't got nothing to say. Um,
Yeah, that's weird shit. Writing people correspondence like that. Like, I say something to you, or you say something to me, I respond. That's it. I ain't gonna be writing no damn puff piece back to you. Writing paragraphs. That's some whole shit. Like, the fuck?
man, look, that's fine, but I'm giving you the opportunity. You know what I'm saying? To come explain this to not just to me, but to the world. Why you are anti-black? Because at the end of the day, you sitting up here talking about you forget this bitch. Uh, because racism doesn't affect you. Everybody's still gonna be racist, but you just don't let this put you down. You just don't let this pull you down. Like I said, wrestling is geared more towards children. And I don't want my daughter sitting up here watching a woman that view her as a nigger. No matter how talented she is, I don't want her to get blinded by loving this woman. Same thing with Dusty Rhodes. Now, if that's not gonna be your fight, that's not your fight. But back the fuck up. Because you're just like you defending these motherfuckers. You getting mad at me because of my fight. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Who is you really defending? Now, Pecker Tom Ryan, I had conversations with his father, his brother, and stuff like that. And, Ronald is getting worse. But they did acknowledge that he's retarded. They didn't call him retarded, but when you put two and two together, I'm not retarded. I know what he meant. You know what I'm saying? Uh,
Yeah.
uh,
And the way he said it, like it was almost like a separation. Like these, you know what he said, but like damn, like
Yeah,
Thought
but
that was your kid, but obviously he's that before he's my kid.
Pecker Tom Ron is having a meltdown now, and I don't know if they talked or not. But it seems doubly worse
Hmm.
uh now. So these are the games that you want to play. Well, I set the terms on what I was gonna do to stop my shit. I let you even know I felt bad. That's horrible. That is some horrible shit that I have done, right? But
A couple of strays.
I could do much worse, and I will. So if that's the game that you want to play, we could play that game. I don't give a shit. I don't. But I do want to let you know that I appreciate you. You are a very, very, very great asset to wrestling with racism. Um, for those that's not familiar with Pecker Tom Rod, because we seem to have a new audience. For those that's not familiar with Pecker Tom Rod, y'all could go and check out the worst of Pecker Tom Rod series in the playlist. Uh, it's important for people to check that out, especially anti-black people. Um, you get it to their mindset and how they became anti-black. Ronald is a person that was abused by his family, physically, mentally, sexually. He is, and it fucked his brain up. He's mentally retarded, and he collects a check for it as a result. And he doesn't work. He doesn't contribute to American society at all. Apparently, he sits on his ass and watch wrestling and be on Twitter all goddamn day. Watch football. And that's the basis of his life. And he don't have any friends. He don't have any opposite sex company. He may even be a fruitball. Uh, the um, so this is a person that's just literally waiting to die. And Ronald, you know, want to know how I can say this. Just get it over with, all right? Because you're never going to be able to contribute to society. You're never going to be able to change the world, and you're never going to be able to stop wrestling with racism. Chad, go ahead. I'm
Uh,
just saying, sometimes you just got to tell a motherfucker. You want to be all kind and shit, but sometimes you just got to just straight up tell a motherfucker, like, you know what? You going to be like this for the rest of your life. You're not going to hit the lottery. Nigga, you ain't going you ain't, it ain't like the jerk. Like, this motherfucker came up on some money. You know what I'm saying? His dumbness led him to the next adventure. Nigga, this is not TV, though. You ain't never going to be shit in your life. As a matter of fact, you are on the road to start smoking crack. As a matter of fact, and I'm sorry to cut you off, but that's why I played the second song right there, because that song, if you just go look at the lyrics and shit, just really like dig deep into that shit and take a look at Ronald, that is Ronald in the making. And Ronald is on his way. He is one hardship away from one or two things. And as a matter of fact, the one could lead to the second one. Ronald is on the way to doing drugs. Okay? Harder than weed. Okay, harder than shrooms. Okay, he is on the way to start smoking crack. Be honest with you, but crack is kind of phasing out. So he might do fentanyl or something. You know what I'm saying? Perk angle. He might, start just popping little different pills and shit. You know what I'm saying? Uh,
mm,
he ain't got no white friends to guide him to it. That's why he haven't started doing the powder yet.
wow.
Yeah, I know. We're wrestling with racism, and but he's on the way to being a drug addict. Or doing himself right. Um, or both, or he's on the way to being a Jordan Neely. You know, the man who death he condones, because what could end up happening is he could get so upset by a family member, and then he look at one of my tweets. I could say that. I could say that Rhino is short. Oh my God! Fucking HBK! He's not only racist, he's shorterism. And then he go outside for a walk. And he bitching at himself low key, but then the white man stop him and kill him because he thinking he's spazzing out on him, and he was low key spazzing out about me to himself. And they not going for that shit. He's a danger. He's a threat. He's a nigger, and he need to die.
Mm, 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 mm.
You know, what if Jordan nearly read one of my tweets and shit? You know what I'm saying? Not
That's
me.
crazy.
I don't, but that's crazy. Ronald, slow down. Because this is not going. Well, all you doing is just hurting. All you doing is just embarrassing yourself. You probably not even hurting yourself. These people don't give a fuck about you. You know what I'm saying? But you are annoying as fuck. You know what I'm saying? You coming from so many different angles. So all I could do is just give you what you give me times 10. Right?
Yeah,
I'm
I
here.
think he falls into the not. He's fast enough, not slow enough category. Yeah, we could call him slow, but then again, he's putting words together and he's making an opinion.
So I don't, so that it makes me think.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like, do you really want to be starting something? Yeah. Because if that's the case, I'll call the fucking government and tell them you bullshitting myself. Oh, man. I forgot I had this coffee. Michigan made
shout
cherry
out to the
with.
caffeine.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hmm?
oh,
Yeah, no. I'm going to have to send you some, man. We make good shit down here.
oh yes, oh yes.
Hmm. But, so let's get off the pecker time right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm in talks with his parents. I mean, literally, dog. I'm talking. I can't believe this. It just dawned on me. I'm talking to somebody parents about their son's behavior on on fucking Twitter, and they understand, and they gonna do everything that they can to stop it from happening. Like that's crazy as fuck. That's
I'll be remiss. I'll be remiss not to mention that Doris Falcon Jr.
oh
just
man.
said there's a bad bug got into her vagine. Uh,
Hey man, you know what, man? I've been talking to Doris for a little bit now. I've been talking to Doris for about 2 or 3 weeks now, man. I like her ass. All the Falcons is not bad. All the Falcons is not bad. It's him.
they seem like great people.
They
Like
seem like
it's
great
just
people.
like damn. Like Doris seems like kiss my ass, sugar.
No,
She
Doris,
seemed like
that's
that
my
person.
bitch. I like Doris. I like her ass. She know I be fucking with her too. So she don't, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. She know I be fucking with her, so she don't even get mad. But all the other people.
Oh shit! What happened? HB, I don't hear you. Oh damn. We're having some technical difficulties, people. Let's see what we got here. I'm gonna read another tweet from Doris Falcon Jr. And I quote, Lord, I'm tired. Been at the hospital all day with Louise. They have to cut off her other leg now. Leroy had an overdose. He won't sit down. Sir, Ronnie Sr. is making me work in the AM at Sharif's Grill. Dana has two men in her room loud, so I can't sleep. Lord have mercy. And Peckerton Ron keeps hogging up the toilet room. Jesus. What is Ronald doing in the toilet room? And by the way, who calls it the toilet room? This is how you know Doris is an old bitch. She said the toilet room, not the bathroom, not the restroom. She said the toilet room. Hogging up the toilet room. That means they got one of them half bathrooms in their crib. So that must be the spot where she go take a shit and do all her, necessary facilities. And this nigga's in the toilet room. Boy, that porn addiction is something else. We got to pray for Ronald. He in the toilet room, stanking it up. Got it smelling like.
All right, so yeah. Uh yeah, so anyway, so yeah, let's just pick back up because I don't feel like editing and all the other shit. So what I'm saying though is, so we're gonna see where it go with his parents and stuff. But the thing is, if Doris can't get to him, if Dana can't get to him, if Sharif or Ronnie Senior can't get to him, if Cordy can't get to him, then you know, I don't know what to say. If Ronald refuses to stop, and this is going to be the hardest thing. It seems like that Ronald is going to have to overcome. You know what I'm saying? But I may do them a favor. I may do them a favor and you know, Ronald to do something that you know, you know, you know,
Yeah.
it'll be sad for a couple of weeks, but because what I was saying was, I'm starting to think about it. Like, he sit up here and talk about he was abused and all this other different shit, and I see them and stuff, but then I see how he act. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? And that's you. You make people want to beat your ass. So if that's why you was getting your ass whooped, I don't blame them. I don't blame them. And you can't say they don't love you because you live with them today.
Yep.
Get off your ass, Ronald. Why don't you try that? You got all this brain power to sit up here and talk shit. I can show you my check stubs. I can show you the hours that go along behind that motherfucker too. Get up off your ass, Ronald. Go get a job. You know, get you a place.
Postmates is always hiring.
Go to school. Get you a trade or something. Get you some clothes and shit. Get you a woman. A woman. I'm telling you, the things that you could do, the power that you could create with the woman to move forward to the next phase. You know what I'm saying? Have you some children and build them. Your life wasn't shit, but you could build them and keep the Falcon Jr. name alive. Show your family. You'll gain that respect from your family if you put some real effort behind yourself, Ronald. You know, Instead of arguing with me online. See, here's the thing: I can argue with you. I got my shit together. You know what I'm saying? All the way. And My struggles and your struggles are not the same. Not by far. And mine, the struggles is nothing that I can't contain and overcome. Um, so I don't sweat. You know what I'm saying? And I got love. Not just from my wife and children, but from my parents, from my siblings, from my cousins and aunts and uncles and my grandparents and, friends and associates and co-workers and even co-hosts, right? Chad, we cool, right?
That's a fact.
I mean, this ain't just business now, is it?
Nah.
Right? You know, not saying that I'm looking for friendship and shit, but at the same time, you is kind of cool, I don't know who wants to waste the cool person from Florida, though. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
So, just make changes, and it may seem major to you, but and take it from a person from the outside, it is minor. Trust me, Ronald. Just gotta apply yourself. When you start applying yourself in one area, then the other area, the next phase get just a little bit easy. You just gotta get through the first phase. Just try it. Just try it. You know, go to McDonald's tomorrow. You know, say, hey, let me get an application. I say go in person because you ain't got shit else to do. Get off the fucking phone. You ain't gotta
Why
go.
you now?
Huh?
Nah, come on, now, HB. I gotta check you on this one. Now, why we know we talking about a person who gets a check and who's obviously retarded. You had to suggest McDonald's. You know that's their favorite spot. McDonald's.
No,
You
see,
know
I
that's their
thought I
favorite
just
spot.
see, I can't win nowhere because I was gonna say Walmart, but I knew somebody was gonna say something about that. So I say fucking McDonald's and I still get some heat, man. This is some bullshit. Man, everybody keep
Hey,
attacking me, calling me racist, calling me
hey,
sexist, calling me
that's
homophobic, calling me goddamn race baiting. What the fuck is race baiting? Like this shit is crazy, man. Everybody just coming at me. Shit.
that's them sassy white boys that be saying that shit. Them moist white boys. You're race baiting.
That
Fuck does
shit
that
is
even mean?
fucking hilarious. Like, dog, nobody could tell me when that shit. Like, what is race baiting? Like, if I'm, if this happened and I mention it, what the fuck? It go with the conversation.
White people are the only people that bitch about other people reacting to some shit that actually happened.
White people the only one that call American Negroes racist. That is the funniest shit I ever heard in my life. Like, how? What is the most racist thing that happened to you and your ancestors?
Don't say OJ.
Oh, they gonna say it. Well, that's the worst thing that happened to them collectively as a people. I mean, honestly,
And then
that is that
and
verdict.
then ask them then ask them what did Nicole Simpson mean to you?
You know that these motherfuckers said that O.J. Simpson died. God took O.J. Simpson because he killed Nicole.
Well, that nigga was late, wasn't he?
I'm like, what? I mean,
That nigga lived a nice life after the bullshit. Like 94 was a long time ago.
I'm just
This
saying.
nigga he died in 2024. The case was over in 94. So
No, I'm like, okay, all right, cool. And this is what white folk live off of, but that's what I was saying though. White folk feel like if George Floyd put a knife to a pregnant woman, that he deserved to die at the hands of an American white man, American white men. 10 years later, you know what I'm saying? These are things that
made
we
us.
could laugh about, but at the same time, it's just not funny when you look at
Mm-mm.
the parameters of the shit. You know, And these are things they justify. White folk go out of their way to justify. And that's what I was trying to tell bitch ass. You know, come up here and talk to an American Negro. You know, I can't deny certain crimes that you may throw out in front of my face. I can't tell you that I don't participate. You know what I'm saying? But if you want to put over a certain collective and all that shit, sure. You know what I'm saying? But I want to see you own up to these crimes too. You know what I'm saying? I want to see you do that. I shouldn't have to be able to call American Negroes crimes when I could just go down the street and do that. You know what I'm saying? Uh,
Yep.
we gotta put the attention where it belongs. This whites, you know, um, and whites created a lot. They created every negative aspect in America. On whether it affects them, and damn sure when it affects us. You know, and there's no white that intend on fixing it. These whites don't care about that shit. The only time they want to fix something for American Negroes is if it has to be fixed for all people. We're not gonna go there because that's the point in going to go listen to the message to the grassroots for information on what must be done. So with that being said, y'all go subscribe to check out the other content, check out the message to the grassroots, and subscribe and share with every single American Negro that you know, whether they are wrestling fans or not, and not just on YouTube. Here on YouTube, go to TikTok, check all those videos out, the ones that they haven't muted and or flagged. Go to Instagram and check that stuff out. Go to Threads and check it out. Go to Fanbase. Everybody go to Fanbase and check that content out and subscribe. And of course, at Nine Crackers at Al on Twitter, where you're going to catch some real white truths. Chad,
Yes, sir.
did we mention anything else about AEW last night?
Now, I think we actually covered a little bit more this time. We went over the whole optics of this trash ass champion, John Moxley, which is basically a generic skinhead masquerading around as a tough guy. Um, and they booked him to choke out Powerhouse Hobbs.
So did Powerhouse Hobbs do anything on Dynamite this Wednesday?
I believe, according to our co-host Mike, he did have somewhat of a small promo. Okay, here we go. Powerhouse Hobbs had harsh words for Big Bill. What does Big Bill have to do with this shit?
Right, and they keep popping this white motherfucker out any goddamn time. You know, you can keep popping these white folk out, and that's like I said, that goes back to what I was saying. Um, they did a quick pandering move to put Powerhouse Hobbs out there. Powerhouse Hobbs is in greater shape than everyone else on the AEW roster. And not only did you have him lose to a not of shape John Moxley, but you had him get choked out by out of shape John Moxley. And
Yep,
he's don't want no type of revenge or nothing. You know what I'm
yep,
saying? It was a pander move. And why did he get the title reign match so suddenly? And but Jeff Jarrett challenged for the title, but you want to wait for a pay per view for that. And Adam Copeland challenged for a title, but you want to wait for a pay per view for that. You know what I'm saying? And your storyline ain't going no fucking where. So Powerhouse Hobbs actually beating y'all would have popped something.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But they
Mm-hmm.
didn't do this to elevate Powerhouse Hobbs. They did this to flex white supremacy on a person that's potentially I'm an American Negro. I mean,
Yeah.
they doing this shit in your face. White folk will pan. This is how white folk do. They will raise you up to put you down in the worst way. These pandering moves that they do is to actually hurt you worse. They put the tag team titles on Private Party just to hurt them. Just so white folk could say, look, nigger, they put the tag team titles on Private Party, and the Private Party hasn't done shit as tag team title champions or done shit afterwards instead of putting it on the writers. Which, by the way, none of the writers are American Negroes. The one writer that they got as an American Negro, Will Washington, is in question. But he's also a handkerchief head pecker Tom Negro that's going to go along to get along with Tony Khan. And so Tony Khan could pull his token out of his pocket and say, hey, I got a nigger writer. But ever since he got that Negro writer, American Negroes has declined in AEW, with the exception of Swerve Strickland until 2025. When you look at Swerve Strickland, do you see a former champion of a promotion?
Nope. He still looks like a contender on the hunt. He looks like
He
he's
look
on the
like he on the hunt for
hunt
what? The world title?
for an opportunity.
Because I haven't seen him mention, you know, you got these people threatening AEW. I haven't seen him mention the honor of AEW. I haven't seen him mention the world title. Like, why is Ricochet, a person who wasn't even there when you won and lost the title, why is he your focus? Let's get into Bobby Lashley racing Blackness. Reports that came out this week that the reason that feud suddenly stopped is because they had creative differences. And they knew that they should have known that they was gonna set themselves up for this. Why would Bobby Lashley want to lose to Swerve Strickland coming in and you supposed to be hot? On the flip side, why would Swerve Strickland need to take those losses coming off not just the loss to Adam Page, but the loss to your world title to a person that's even smaller than you? Brian Dempsey.
Who is missing? Gone.
You know. So, my thing is, and then they gonna sit up here and try to make it seem like some black on black shit when Bobby Lashley is a fucking Hispanic.
Yep.
But he wants to erase blackness. He don't want to put Swerve Strickland over. He don't want to put Swerve Strickland over. Like, you know what? I'm a veteran in this business. I understand, young man. You know what I'm saying? Let me go head on and do this because they had no business putting us together in the first place, but they needed to pander to the crowd. You know what I'm saying? They can't help but to lump black people together. They think because we want to see more black people that we want to see more black people wrestle each other.
Mm.
Is that what they
Yep.
think?
Well, that's what's been going on.
Well,
Black on black matches, you know, black on supposed black, melanated on melanated. Why are they not wrestling other people? Why we didn't get Bobby Lashley versus Billy Gunn? Hypothetically, because he wants to erase blackness. He has nothing to gain going against Billy Gunn.
Tony Khan wants to erase blackness. He
Oh yes,
endorses that shit.
did you see him in the press conference? Just yes, yes, sir. Yeah.
Yeah. I've been waiting on a nigger like you.
And after that, end of press conference. We ain't got to talk about shit else. Let me get to work.
What happened to this podcast that MVP was supposed to do?
Hello.
You know, and that fucked up MVP plans. That completely fucked up MVP plans.
Yep.
You know, but I put together a little collage on YouTube, featuring Bobby Lashley. Take over for 2 seconds.
All right.
We got a show to run. Take over for 2 seconds.
Hold on, man. All right. Chad Gable uh, wrestled Pentagon last week. Great match. Why R-Truth couldn't wrestle Pentagon, even if he lost? Chad Gable, if y'all don't know, is about 5'7", 180 maybe. They got him billed at 205, but you know how WWE was with building people. The man's probably like more like 5'6", 181. You know, and they put him in a match with an unapologetic Mexican. R-Truth hasn't been featured on this show since it got to Netflix. Effectively gone. And Pentagon gets to be unapologetically Mexican. He went out there and called his shots. Not only did he call the shots, Triple H himself produced his entire entrance. One of the best entrances I've ever seen. We got the whole Japanese sparkles in the background. Penta's putting up the zero miedo. Everybody's, I mean, I've never seen nobody. Pentagon is literally getting the Sin Cara treatment. I think he's getting a better treatment than Sin Cara. And he can barely speak English.
You remember that episode when Merton left Gina off the show by herself? Man, woo! Excuse me, everybody. I know y'all like, what in the fuck is he talking about? Look, and I heard you. See, let's start with this. See, let's go with what makes sense. You know, New Day. Um,
Jesus
went
Christ.
a
Man, I
few.
got a whole page on this shit.
Well, you should have did that then.
Yeah, I got a whole page. That's why I'm saying Jesus Christ. I'm like, I should have went with that.
New Day. You know, been off of TV or for not wrestling. I'm sorry, for over a couple of months. Which is funny because at first they was so beef, and I hate that we did this show last night because I'm repeating myself, and this I don't have the same enthusiasm. We was hitting it last night. Um, you know, they were losing matches, and they was kind of beefing with each other. You know what I'm saying? As a result, to the point to where Kofi Kingston had to pull his Z card. Like, you know, I, I was all the family before you came on to New Day, before we even started this group. You know what I'm saying? Um, my question is, what got them back on track? Because all they did was just tell Big E that they didn't need him. How did they stop beefing with each other? And to the fact of they was mad at each other for losing matches. Now they're not even having matches. Don't you think that they will be even more pissed with each other? Also, with the fact that going to Penta, the fact that they were even so much as kicked out of the locker room by Rey Mysterio Jr. And you would think that with Penta coming in and being so welcomed by the WWE overall, that they would want to feel some type of way, and Xavier Woods and or Kofi Kingston could have wrestled Penta.
Mm.
You know, but you rather see a white man shine because especially with them being new heels, Xavier Woods could have did exactly the heel work that Chad Gable did. Exactly the
Yep.
heel work, and that's all he did. He just played a classic heel jobber, and Xavier Woods could have did that to the T. Even Kofi Kingston, which would have been fresh for him, right? And it would have really got him over as a heel. But since their skin is dark, come on now, follow me. Because their skin is dark, they can't be featured in that light. They can't share the spotlight with this Mexican. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck who produced what. There's no American Negroes producing anybody. And it's coming off as trash as a result.
Yeah. But when they put out those little behind the scenes on .com or whatever, I never see Triple H going into detail for any American Negro. He always makes the tweaks for white people. He did it for Finn Balor. He did it for Kevin Owens. He does it for himself. We don't see the behind the scenes when it comes to Bianca Belair's entrance. We don't see the behind the scenes for the New Day entrance. None of them. He always goes into extra production for the whites specifically.
Mm-hmm. Hey, invite Pecker Tom Ron up here. He just threatened me and you. I'm blocked, but I unblocked him for him to come up here. And so what he doing is he keep spamming all this shit, but then blocking me so I can't respond.
Oh, boy, fingers that quick, huh? It's crazy.
Yeah, that shit crazy as hell. I mean, look, you see what he doing, right? This shit is just ridiculous.
Oh man. While I'm doing that, what was Barry trying to talk about? Keep that same energy with Jade Cargill. I'm
I'll explain
confused.
it later because I'll explain it
Okay.
later.
All right. Okay. Okay. I'm just seeing it pop up. All right. There we go. All right. Let's see if he pops in. Oh, B flop. Wow. Okay. He over here attacking American Negroes that barely get on the show. Go to hell, sir. Like
No,
seriously.
look, invite them on up to the show. While you throwing those invites, do the invites to those couple of people right quick. And while you doing that, I do want to say that the fact that Gunther Jay Uso is challenging Gunther for the title. And Jay Uso is one of the most over people in the WWE right now. Let them tell it. And all he doing is just yeet, yeet, yeet. That's it. There's nothing about his in ring shit that is standing out to me. And just to even for him to even be in that stature. But he cosplaying off of something that an American Negro uh, would do. You know what I'm saying? These people are cosplaying. And we as a people have to stop accepting that bullshit because they are not us. And these people are outnumbering us in every way in the WWE. But when you walk down the street, do you see a Samoan?
Nope.
You're out in Florida. You're closer to Hawaii. Do you see a Samoan?
Nah, I don't be seeing no Samoans around here. That would
Uh,
stand out. They ain't
yeah,
gonna be able to cosplay that much.
yeah. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know no Samoans and shit. None of these people are us. And somebody put up a video earlier talking about I forgot what group of people, the Fijian people here.
Right.
It's kinky and shit. And they trying to say, "Oh, see, we more the same and shit." Like, no, what? And if the Italians here could get nappy, what the fuck is that supposed to mean? At least
Well,
they good back in the day.
the ongoing myth is the Italians were blonde hair and blue eyed Romans before they got with black people and then turned their eyes brown and black. I don't believe that
I don't
shit.
know. I have to go and read all that shit on my own time. But
Yeah.
you know,
Excuse me. I don't think this guy was gonna hop on.
did you send the invites?
Yep.
Okay. Well, we'll see. You all that typing shit. You got an opportunity, but more than likely, he don't want to embarrass himself again. Them last couple of videos featuring Pecker Tom Ron got him sounding really, really, really bad. Um, so they don't want to put any effort behind these American Negroes. They don't want to put any effort. They don't want us to believe that none of them have an opportunity to win the Royal Rumble. And I don't want to see the feud between Jay. You know, what do you what everybody been expecting Jade and Bianca Belair to wrestle each other. I'm sorry, to team up and then wrestle each other. Since Jade Cargill was in AEW years ago. They knew she was coming to the WWE and they always tried to link them together. Personality wise, character wise, and everything. What do Jade and Bianca have in common?
Nothing in my opinion.
Now it's
They're
easy
two
for them
they're
to
two
come in
women.
and do that sister girl shit. You know what I'm saying? But other
Yeah.
than that, what the character wise, like, okay, they both are strong, nice physique women.
Yeah, that's obvious.
They both got the best physiques for women in wrestling history, possibly. Shaniqua,
There you
um,
go.
Jacqueline,
Mm-hmm.
uh, what's her face was in good shape. Andrea Blaze,
Alondra Blaze.
yeah.
Yeah, she was in good shape.
Midnight, um, Trish Stratus, Jazz, um, yeah, that's it, ain't it?
Yeah.
And Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill got the best shape out of all of them. Um, Everybody else is no particular order, except Andre Brayley's. I'm gonna take her off until I look at her again. But Trish is at the bottom. You know what I'm saying? And she was in great shape, for a woman. Um, but all that Jordan Grace and what's that big bitch name?
Lord have mercy.
John the
Jordan.
Gresham woman. That big. Oh God, she ugh.
Yeah. When the voice started changing, I was like, oh man, that's a bad look, man.
And China and shit. Now China was in great shape, but it's just for a woman. I don't know. I think I talked to you about that. I might have been talking to somebody else, but I want no woman with no fucking muscles and shit. I like to rub backs, and that ain't. I'm not about to do all that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
China and the Nicole Best type bitch. Oh man, and people like that shit. Barry, what's up?
Jobbed out Bianca Belair, I heard.
Huh?
They just jobbed out Bianca Belair, I heard.
What you mean they dropped her down?
They jobbed her out. She got pinned by somebody. I don't know.
Oh God, here we go.
She got pinned by somebody. I don't know.
I forgot all about SmackDown. I forgot that shit was on.
Hey, you're not missing nothing. I wouldn't watch that shit. That's that shit. That's Triple K's production. You know what I mean? It's just crazy, crazy.
Yeah, I'm looking it up right now.
Yeah, me too. I ain't gonna lie. I'm trying
Cause
to.
they got the tag team title match against the Last Legend and Jakar Jackson on Tuesday instead of the Saturday night's main event. And I was wondering, was they gonna win that match? Because they already had they never had that tag team match that they were supposed to have. So probably Bianca Belair and them might win. Liv Morgan just pinned Bianca Belair.
Good God, I don't want to watch this shit, bro.
Told you.
I
It's
don't want
gonna
to watch this shit,
next
bro.
2 years.
Like, yeah,
Next
bro.
2 years. Next 2 years. The product y'all gonna be wasting y'all time watching that shit in the next 2 years. I'm
Well,
telling you
that's
right
the
now.
point of wrestling with racism. First, I don't watch. I watch a lot of clips. The point of wrestling with racism is to bring awareness to everyone else before it happens. It's happening like in real time. And I've been at this for over a year, and all this shit is documented. Everything that people hated on me before is becoming a reality. And
Yeah.
even though I prepared myself, but it's still disappointing at the
I'm
fact that
not even a wrestler. I'm not even a wrestling fan like that no more. And I can tell you. They dropped the hurt business.
well, that's what make it even worse. Like I said, with Bobby Lashley being a tether and shit, and that's why I bring in the importance of delineation too, because just to show people how bad it actually is. you know, the American Negroes are fading out more specifically when you look at the fact that they want to push Bobby Lashley over the Private Party, and they want and Swerve Strickland, and they want to push Obafemi over Trick Williams and Wes Lee, and they want to push Omos over everybody else and shit. And Jade Cargill over Bianca Belair and shit like that. I'm showing people the dangers of um these tethers, because these tethers don't give a fuck about us. They actually anti-black. A lot of these Africans don't like us and don't fuck with us. A lot of these Jamaicans and Haitians and all these other Caribbeans and shit, they don't fuck with us. A lot of these Latinos, they don't fuck with us. And if they got the lighter skin, them motherfuckers like they walk around acting like they fucking white. So that's what I was just saying. Like these Samoans and shit. I don't know no fucking Samoans. We got to stop being so accepting to everybody, because nobody is going to
And
accept us.
the killer party is they try to say Samoans are close to black. I don't see it.
No, that's what I was saying. Shit, I don't know a mother. I never seen a motherfucking Samoan in my goddamn life. None of the people in my family fucking we roasted. I know people that roasted a pig before, but we don't fucking grill pineapples and shit and fucking have luau's and shit. No disrespect to them, but do y'all. But don't sit up here and try to do us.
Fact.
Try to fit into society. You Paul Mooney said that everybody want to act black. Everybody want to be black until it's time to be black. He said, "I hope they start hanging black people again. We're gonna find out who black."
Everybody want to be a nigga, but nobody want to be a nigga.
That's the fucking problem. Like I said, we are disappearing. We disappearing, and it's happening in real time. And y'all can sit up here and try to um, combat it, and think that somebody holding the championship for less than a quarter of a year or getting a title shot multiple times or some shit is solving the problem. I'm telling y'all, y'all gonna find it to where nobody is there and it's justified. It's time to get out the fandom. It's time to get out the fandom and start pushing for what's right. Everybody could email the WWE once a week. Everybody that hear this could email the WWE once a week. You ain't got to be hostile. Ask what's going on with the progression of American Negroes. I'm about to get ready to cut it, man. I ain't got the same energy from last night. I don't like repeating myself. Um, you got anything else?
That's about it. Yeah, we covered everything.
Yeah, that's about it, man. I done drunk this damn coffee for nothing. I ain't got my damn same. I mean, I got everything was said last night.
Damn, that shit tripped like that.
I don't know. I don't know what happened. Um, but don't worry, we're gonna get all this stuff together. Like I said, I'm about to get ready to just go ahead on the go real quick. Everybody, check out the Message to the Grassroots series, and also the importance of delineations and the dangers of not delineating. Um, series. Also, the worst of Pecker Tom Rod, who is continuing with these January 31st, 2025 threats. So at first it was January 19th, and then January 31st. But the 19th passed and nothing happened. And
The
so,
Ravens lost.
huh?
The Ravens lost and it derailed his whole schedule.
Oh, okay. Um, and the 31st is approaching, so we're gonna see. You know,
And let me see. Yeah, I'd be remiss that is the 31st. That will be a day after he receives his SSI check.
yeah. Cause it come no wait. I thought it comes on the first.
It's Tuesdays and Thursdays, right?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, it's Tuesdays and Thursdays. So yeah,
I don't know.
the
I could have
last
been
one he got was on
punching
the
clock
19th.
every day. Huh?
I said the last one he got was on the 21st.
Uh, well,
Wasn't that one of the days he changed?
I don't know. Maybe he get his checks and load up on weed, and that calm him down. And when he run out of weed or something, then I don't know. But this is the route that he want to go, so I am going to take him there. Actually, I think Doris got something to say in a minute. We gonna see. In the meantime, everyone take care of yourselves as an individual, and take care of one another as family, as our ancestor Frankie Beverly stated plainly. We are one, and that's the way it is.
Yeah. Jesus
Went
Christ.
a few
Man, I got
weeks.
a whole page on this shit.
Well, you should have did that then.
Yeah, I got a whole page. That's why I'm saying Jesus Christ. I'm like, I should have went with that.
New Day, you know, been off of TV, off not wrestling. I'm sorry, for over a couple of months. Which is funny because at first they was so beef, and I hate that we did the show last night because I'm repeating myself, and this I don't have the same enthusiasm. We was hitting it last night. Um, you know, they were losing matches, and they was kind of beefing with each other. You know what I'm saying? As a result, to the point to where Kofi Kingston had to pull his Z card. Like, I, I was all the family before you came on to New Day, before we even started this group. You know what I'm saying? Um, my question is, what got them back on track? Because all they did was just tell Big E they didn't need him. How did they stop beefing with each other? And to the fact of they was mad at each other for losing matches. Now they're not even having matches. Don't you think that they will be even more pissed with each other? Also, with the fact that going to Penta, the fact that they were even so much as kicked out of the locker room by Rey Mysterio Jr. And you would think that with Penta coming in and being so welcomed by the WWE overall, that they would want to feel some type of way, and Xavier Woods and or Kofi Kingston could have wrestled Penta.
Mm.
You know, but you rather see a white man shine because especially with them being new heels. Xavier Woods could have did exactly the heel work that Chad Gable did. Exactly the
Yep.
heel work, and that's all he did. He just played a classic heel jobber, and Xavier Woods could have did that to the T. Even Kofi Kingston, which would have been fresh for him, right? And it would have really got him over as a heel. But since their skin is dark, come on now, follow me. Because their skin is dark, they can't be featured in that light. They can't share the spotlight with this Mexican. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck who produced what. There's no American Negroes producing anybody. And it's coming off as trash as a result.
Yeah. But when they put out those little behind the scenes on .com or whatever, I never see Triple H going into detail for any American Negro. He always makes the tweaks for white people. He did it for Finn Balor. He did it for Kevin Owens. He does it for himself. We don't see the behind the scenes when it comes to Bianca Belair's entrance. We don't see the behind the scenes for the New Day entrance. None of them. He always goes into extra production for the whites specifically.
Hmm. Hey, invite Pecker Tom Ron up here. He just threatened me and you. I'm blocked, but I unblocked him for him to come up here. And so what he doing is he keep spamming all this shit, but then blocking me so I can't respond.
Oh, boy, fingers that quick, huh? It's crazy.
Yeah, that shit crazy as hell. I mean, look, you see what he doing, right? This shit is just ridiculous.
Oh man. While I'm doing that, what was Barry trying to talk about? Keep that same energy with Jade Cargill. I'm
I'll explain
confused.
it later because I'll explain it
Okay.
later.
All right. Okay. Okay. I'm just seeing it pop up. All right. There we go. All right. Let's see if he pops in. Oh, B flop. Wow. Okay. And you over here attacking American Negroes that barely get on the show. Go to hell, sir. Like
No,
seriously.
look, invite them on up to the show. While you throwing those invites, do the invites to those couple of people right quick. And while you doing that, I do want to say that the fact that Gunther Jay Uso is challenging Gunther for the title. And Jay Uso is one of the most over people in the WWE right now. Let them tell it. And all he doing is just yeet, yeet, yeet. That's it. There's nothing about his in ring shit that is standing out to me. And just to even for him to even be in that stature, But he cosplaying off of something that an American Negro uh, would do. You know what I'm saying? These people are cosplaying. And we as a people have to stop accepting that bullshit because they are not us. And these people are outnumbering us in every way in the WWE. But when you walk down the street, do you see a Samoan?
Nope.
You're out in Florida. You're closer to Hawaii. Do you see a Samoan?
Nah, I don't be seeing no Samoans around here. That would stand out. They ain't gonna be able to cosplay that much.
Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know. I don't know no Samoans and shit. None of these people are us. And somebody put up a video earlier talking about I forgot what group of people, the Fijian people here.
Right.
It's kinky and shit, and they trying to say, "Oh, see, we more the same and shit." Like, no, what? And if the Italians here could get nappy, what the fuck is that supposed to mean? At least
Well,
they
the
good back in the
ongoing
day.
myth, the ongoing myth is the Italians were blonde hair and blue eyed Romans before they got with black people and then turned their eyes brown and black. I don't believe that
I don't
shit.
know. I have to go and read all that shit on my own time. But
Yeah.
you know,
Excuse me. I don't think this guy was gonna hop on.
did you send the invites?
Yep.
Okay. Well, we'll see. All that typing shit. You got an opportunity, but more than likely, he don't want to embarrass himself again. Them last couple of videos featuring Pecker Tom Ron got him sounding really, really, really bad. Um, so they don't want to put any effort behind these American Negroes. They don't want to put any effort. They don't want us to believe that none of them have an opportunity to win the Royal Rumble. And I don't want to see the feud between Jay. You know, what do you what everybody been expecting Jade and Bianca Belair to wrestle each other. I'm sorry, to team up and then wrestle each other. Since Jade Cargill was in AEW years ago. They knew she was coming to the WWE and they always tried to link them together. Personality wise, character wise, and everything. What do Jade and Bianca have in common?
Nothing in my opinion.
Now it's
They're
easy
two,
for them
they're
to
two
come in
women.
and do that sister girl shit. You know what I'm saying? But other
Yeah.
than that, what the character wise, like, okay, they both are strong, nice physique women.
Yeah, that's the obvious.
They both got the best physiques for women in wrestling history, possibly. Shaniqua,
There you
um,
go.
Jacqueline,
Mm-hmm.
uh, what's her face was in good shape. Andrea Blaze,
Alondra Blaze.
yeah.
Yeah, she was in good shape.
Midnight, um, Trish Stratus, Jazz, um, Yeah, that's it, ain't it?
Yeah.
And Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill got the best shape out of all of them. Um, Everybody else is no particular order, except Andre Brayley's. I'm gonna take her off until I look at her again. But Trish is at the bottom. You know what I'm saying? And she was in great shape, for a woman. Um, but all that Jordan Grace and what's that big bitch name?
Lord have mercy.
John the
Jordan.
Gresham woman. That big. Oh God, she ugh.
Yeah. When the voice started changing, I was like, oh man, that's a bad look, man.
And China and shit. Now China was in great shape. But it just for a woman, I don't know. I think I talked to you about that. I might have been talking to somebody else, but I want no woman with no fucking muscles and shit. I like to rub backs. And that ain't, I'm not about to do all that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
China and the Nicole Best type bitch. Oh man. And people like that shit. Barry, what's up?
Jobbed out Bianca Belair. I heard
Huh?
they just jobbed out Bianca Belair. I heard
What you mean they dropped her down?
they jobbed her out. She got pinned by somebody. I don't know.
Oh God. Here we go.
She got pinned by somebody. I don't know.
I forgot all about SmackDown. I forgot that shit was on.
Hey, you're not missing nothing. I wouldn't watch that shit. That's that shit. That's Triple K's production. You know what I mean? It's just crazy, crazy.
Yeah, I'm looking it up right now.
Yeah, me too. I ain't gonna lie. I'm trying
'Cause
to
they got the tag team title match against the Last Legend and Jakar Jackson on Tuesday instead of the Saturday night's main event. And I was wondering, was they gonna win that match? Because they never had that tag team match that they were supposed to have. So probably Bianca Belair and them might win. Liv Morgan just pinned Bianca Belair.
good God. I don't wanna watch this shit, bro.
Told you.
I
It's
don't
gonna
wanna watch this shit,
next
bro.
2 years.
Like, yeah,
Next
bro.
2 years. Next 2 years. The product y'all gonna be wasting your time watching that shit in the next 2 years. I'm
Well,
telling you
that's
right
the
now.
point of wrestling with racism. First, I don't watch. I watch a lot of clips. The point of wrestling with racism is to bring awareness to everyone else before it happens. It's happening like in real time. And I've been at this for over a year, and all this shit is documented. Everything that people hated on me before is becoming a reality. And
Yeah.
even though I prepared myself, but it's still disappointing at the
I'm
fact that
not
we.
even a wrestling. I'm not even a wrestling fan like that no more. And I can tell you, they dropped the hurt business.
Well, that's what make it even worse. Like I said, with Bobby Lashley being a tether and shit, and that's why I bring in the importance of delineation too, because just to show people how bad it actually is. you know the American Negroes are fading out more specifically when you look at the fact that they want to push Bobby Lashley over the Private Party and they want and Swerve Strickland and they want to push Obafemi over Trick Williams and Wes Lee and they want to push Omos over everybody else and shit. And Jade Cargill over Bianca Belair and shit like that. I'm showing people the dangers of um these tethers because these tethers don't give a fuck about us. They actually anti-black. A lot of these Africans don't like us and don't fuck with us. A lot of these Jamaicans and Haitians and all these other Caribbeans and shit, they don't fuck with us. A lot of these Latinos, they don't fuck with us. And if they got the lighter skin, them motherfuckers like they walk around acting like they fucking white. So that's what I was just saying. Like these Samoans and shit. I don't know no fucking Samoans. We got to stop being so accepting to everybody because nobody is going to
And
accept us.
the killer party is they try to say Samoans are close to black. I don't see it.
No, that's what I was saying. Shit, I don't know if mother. I've never seen a motherfucking Samoan in my goddamn life. None of the people in my family fucking we roasted. I know people that roasted a pig before, but we don't fucking grill pineapples and shit and fucking have luau's and shit. No disrespect to them, but do y'all. But don't sit up here and try to do us and
Fact.
try to fit into society. You Paul Mooney said that everybody want to act black. Everybody want to be black until it's time to be black. He said, I hope they start hanging black people again. We're going to find out who black.
Everybody want to be a nigga, but nobody want to be a nigga.
That's the fucking problem. Like I said, we are disappearing. We disappearing, and it's happening in real time. And, y'all can sit up here and try to um, combat it and think that somebody holding the championship for less than a quarter of a year or getting a title shot multiple times or some shit is solving the problem. I'm telling y'all, y'all gonna find it to where nobody is there and it's justified. It's time to get out the fandom. It's time to get out the fandom and start pushing for what's right. Everybody could email the WWE once a week. Everybody that hear this could email the WWE once a week. You ain't gotta be hostile. Ask what's going on with the progression of American Negroes. I'm about to get ready to cut it, man. I ain't got the same energy from last night. I don't like repeating myself. You got anything else?
That's about it. Yeah, we covered everything.
Yeah, that's about it, man. I done drunk this damn coffee for nothing. I ain't got my damn same. I mean, I got everything was said last night.
Damn, why that shit tripped like that?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what happened. Um, but don't worry, we're gonna get all this stuff together. Like I said, I'm about to get ready to just go ahead on the go real quick. Everybody check out the Message to the Grassroots series and also the importance of delineations and the dangers of not delineating. Um, series. Also the worst of Pecker Tom Rod, who is continuing with these January 31st, 2025 threats. So at first it was January 19th and then January 31st. But the 19th passed and nothing happened. And
The
so,
Ravens lost.
huh?
The Ravens lost and derailed his whole schedule.
Oh, okay. Um, and the 31st is approaching, so we're gonna see. You know,
And let me see. Yeah, I'd be remiss that is the 31st. That will be a day after he receives his SSI check.
yeah. Cause it come no wait. I thought it comes on the first.
It's Tuesdays and Thursdays, right?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, it's Tuesdays and Thursdays. So yeah,
I don't know.
the
I get up
last
there
one he got was on
punch
the
the clock
19th.
every day. Huh?
I said the last one he got was on the 21st.
Oh, well,
Wasn't that one of the days he changed?
I don't know. Maybe he get his checks and load up on weed and that calm him down, and when he run out of weed or something, then I don't know. But this is the route that he want to go, so I am going to take him there. Actually, I think Doris got something to say in a minute. We gonna see. In the meantime, everyone take care of yourselves as an individual, and take care of one another as family, as our ancestor Frankie Beverly stated plainly. We are one, and that's the way it is.